This is a quick update on the happenings in the Michaela School. Now, let's just think. Some of the most dangerous jobs in our society, what are they? Firefighter? Police officer? I suppose you're ahead of me here, but I'm going to say it anyway. I don't have statistics, but I'd venture a guess that one of the most dangerous jobs you can take in this country right now is being a school teacher. I'm Granny Opterix. If you remember, I made a video a few days ago about the Michaela School. The principal, Catherine Burbelsing, spoke about threats and disruption because of a specific group of Muslim pupils who were kicking up a rumpus about a ban on prayers. The school board had banned prayers because it was causing a lot of disruption to the classes and splitting the various Muslim sects or opinions into, well, splinter groups. It turned out that the girl who was so keen on saying her prayers and who is so outraged that she's not allowed to do that she's taking her teachers to court, was suspended last year for threatening to stab a fellow pupil. Now, let's just look at what the timeline here. It's very interesting. Court documents reveal that a Muslim schoolgirl, now suing her teachers over playground prayer ban, was suspended last year for threatening to stab a fellow student. Court papers reveal the teenager made the threat soon after confiding in the fellow pupil that she was bringing the court case to harm the school. And then she was excluded for 5 days last April after her scared confidant told teachers what the girl had said to her. So it means she was threatening to harm talking about harming the school before she'd had any disciplinary action, because the disciplinary action came after she'd threatened this pupil when the prayer agitation had already been set in motion. Well, generally speaking, it seems to me that Miss X doesn't sound too bright. But back to the harm the school comment. She wanted to harm the school before she'd fallen foul of their disciplinary action. That means she had the idea of harming the school simply for the sake of harming the school, not because she had any particular, axe to grind. My guess is, from the fact that she spilt the beans to the other pupil and then felt it necessary to ensure her silence with a death threat, well, as I said, it doesn't sound like she's all that bright. But she is surrounded by a lot of committed, bright and ambitious fellow pupils. And I'm making the guess that she came to the conclusion she's never going to make the grade, so wants to spoil it for everyone else. That's just a guess. Unfortunately, it looks like the family or the community supporting her are just as thick. And in their disrespect for education, I'm sorry to say, but the only word I can use to describe such people is the word barbarian. I'm interrupting to remind you to click like and to subscribe and share. Also, I'm constantly being told that YouTube removes subscriptions, so please click the notification bell and check that you really are subscribed. All the links to my other channels are in the description, including links to donation sites. I'm always grateful, of course, for donations, but simply clicking like is the best thing you can do for this video and my channel generally. Thank you. But of course, it's not just a matter of one girl threatening another girl. It's a matter of all of the teaching staff as well. The news comes as her head teacher, Catherine Burbelsing, told the Mail on Sunday last night that she feared for her own... I didn't mention the previous article was in the Daily Sceptic. This is the Daily Mail. You don't see any Daily Mail headlines because I'm using reader views. It reduces the number of adverts that interrupt and pop-ups and things. The news comes as a head teacher told the Mail on Sunday last night that she feared for her own safety due to the backlash over the legal case, which the pupil and her mother are funding with legal aid. For those of you outside Britain who don't know what legal aid is, it's a system whereby if you're too poor to afford lawyers, then the state will stump up for your costs. So, yeah, we're paying for it. Last night, in her first newspaper interview about the case, Miss Birbalsingh said of the threats against the school, thousands of people were after us. We were getting the most horrific phone calls and emails threatening violence and death. And are the police doing anything about it? Well, it doesn't look to me that they are. Miss Birbalsingh said, "We believe in promoting cohesion. Too often the left denies brown and black children the right to be British. They say we are from somewhere else, but we are not. For multiculturalism to work, everyone needs to feel as though they're British." Yeah, and I would add to that, everyone needs to feel as though they're safe. And it looks like the barbarians are at the gates. Not of our cities, but of our schools, threatening to stab people for, not being of their opinions. We absolutely cannot be laid back about this, or we're going to be set back. Now, as I pointed out, there's another couple of schools I cited in previous videos. It looks like our education system is being attacked. Maybe not systematically, maybe because of a general feeling abroad among some of the population. But without an education system, with a bunch of terrified teachers, with a government that doesn't seem to be taking charge of this, we're going to, and of course, let's face it, the lockdown, which put a lot of pupils back anyway, it looks like there's going to be a whole generation of terrified, undereducated kids growing up. Now, that doesn't speak well for the future of our country. And I suggest it's about time we thought of doing something about it. All right, till next time. Why not treat yourself or a favoured relative or friend to these magnificent examples of merch? The mugs and t-shirts come in the Graniopteryx design or Grambo with a firearm or the more deadly knitting needles. Go to www.graniopteryx.com and whatever platform you're watching this on, please click like, subscribe and share.